Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Today, we're going to be taking a look at a clip of a fat activist trying to discourage other larger people from going to the gym because she says they just see you as a cash cow and want to take advantage of you. We're also going to be taking a look at a few bonus clips, including one where somebody is giving some tips on how to get somebody else to stop commenting on your body. Before we proceed, please click the like button so that I may apply comb to mustache.
I want this to be a PSA. If you're living in a bigger body, all these fitness people or fitness facilities, they see you as a cash cow, bro.
Unlike the food companies.
They don't see you as a real person.
I tried to go to this kickboxing gym to see if I wanted to take some classes, and the person there just was super humiliating and was awful. I don't know if this person was a trainer, or I don't know what their title was or whatever, but just the way that she treated me and talked to me was unprofessional. And
when she was like, you can do it, just one more rep. You can do it, just one more rep. Dig deep. Dude, would you shut the hell up? God. Ugh.
Took my weight and my body fat percentage, without even asking me if that was something I wanted to do, without asking me what types of changes I'd made in my life, blah, 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 right?
It's literally just a representation of reality. And if we're working out, we're definitely going to want to track that.
They were trying to sell me on this supposedly free 6-week challenge where you have to pay up front, and then if you lose 6% body fat within the 6 weeks, they reimburse you the money. That's the challenge, right?
Supposedly they have nutrition coaches and they have blah, 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 and a grocery list, and you don't even have to think about the foods that you're eating.
Okay, my initial reaction was 6% in 6 weeks, that's crazy. But I guess it depends on how much you weigh. If you were 300 pounds, 6% of your weight would be 18 pounds. So that would be 3 pounds a week. And this is not me endorsing this or saying that it is or is not safe.
All set out for you, right?
Ultimately, I was like, okay, this is bullshit. I'm not gonna go through with it, duh.
I work with a dietitian regularly. She has helped me through so much, and they have improved my relationship with food astronomically within the past 3 months.
I don't think that's what a dietitian is supposed to do. I don't think they're supposed to improve your relationship with food. I think they're supposed to teach you what a proper diet is, teach you about nutrition. We're not supposed to be having a relationship with food. We're supposed to be eating healthy food regardless of our emotions. Our emotions don't need to be on board with this. Our brain needs to take over here and just be like, all right, shut the fuck up, emotions, okay? Oh, I don't feel like this, but I feel this way, but I feel that. Shut the fuck up. Okay, we're just gonna eat healthy. I don't care how you feel. Just eat healthy, stupid, okay? Really not that hard. I'm not calling her stupid. That's my brain talking to my body and my emotions. Our emotions got us into this mess. Our logic is gonna get us out.
Interaction had been sitting heavy on my mind and my heart because it made me feel like shit, and I told my dietitian about it. And she told me that all of that was bullshit. You should not be losing 6% body fat in 6 weeks.
Well, it depends on how large you are, right?
That is unhealthy and restrictive. And if people diet like that, they're just gonna bounce back. They're gonna gain all the weight back. And I just want this to be a PSA. If you're living in a bigger body, all these fitness people or fitness facilities, they see you as a cash cow, bro.
Dude, so now all gyms are stupid because there was one dumb personal trainer. Is that some kind of excuse that we're using? Go to a different gym, go to a different personal trainer.
They don't see you as a real person. They don't care about your health. They shouldn't be telling you how much body fat percentage you need to lose or whatever.
I feel like this story didn't happen because of the fact that you're making it so general. You're like, this is what always happens all the time. This is what they will do to you. It's making me not believe this story.
If you're wanting to do a kickboxing class, you should be doing the kickboxing class. Your body fat will not influence your ability to do that.
Oh, I know. There's so many morbidly obese kickboxers, bro. I know. Being morbidly obese won't stop you from kicking somebody else in the head. So being obese won't stop you from being a kickboxer, even though for a lot of people, this is insanely difficult. For some people, it's not even manageable. Let's watch some episodes of my 600-pound life. I'm just getting a mental image of a morbidly obese person trying to head kick somebody. Just like falling over.
Do you see the types of bodies at the Olympics? These are people in bigger bodies who are
What are you talking about? Have you ever seen a gymnast?
incredibly athletic. And their body fat isn't stopping them from being amazing at their sport.
What are you talking about? Did they add sumo to the Olympics or something? Did they add powerlifting to the Olympics? I literally can't think of any other sports other than those two where people are even the slightest bit overweight.
In a bigger body, if you're a marginalized person, please educate yourself on what it is to be healthy. Don't discuss your body fat or your weight or whatever with people who aren't your medical professionals, because they are trying to take advantage of you.
No, they're trying to help you lose weight. Although trying to lose weight too quickly is not healthy. So if you get a personal trainer who is encouraging you to do that, I would recommend getting a different personal trainer. In fact, you can find many different personal trainers, even within one gym, who all have a different way of doing things. So you don't even have to go to a whole different gym a lot of the time.
will use your insecurities or lack of knowledge to get money out of you because you want to improve your life, you want to change how you look, and then it's still not going to happen.
How do you know? The hell are you on about?
It's not going to happen because they're promoting unhealthy habits. It's not going to be anything that's going to actually withstand time.
Well, losing weight too quickly is not healthy, I agree. But we don't even know what their weight loss strategy was, right?
Please be mindful.
You can be a fitness professional and not be a asshole. Everybody just...
No, you can't. I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but no, you cannot. Just kidding, I guess.
deserves respect no matter what they look like. Whether they've put in the effort to lose weight once before, if they have experience or not, everybody deserves respect, and fitness should be for everybody. Thank you.
Okay, fitness is for everybody. You're welcome. I would say that it's not a good idea to let one bad experience taint our view of an entire field. Of course, there are many, many bad personal trainers, just like any other area of life. And it's really not that difficult to get a personal training certificate. So if you go to a personal trainer and they want you to do all this unhealthy, drastic stuff to lose weight, go to a different personal trainer. Next.
If someone is commenting on your body, here are 5 ways to shut that down. Number 1. Oh, we don't comment on people's bodies anymore.
Ooh, we don't tell me what I'm going to do using the phrase we.
Oh, that's inappropriate.
What? You would literally speak this way. You go, oh! Hold on, let's go back.
Oh, we don't comment on people's bodies anymore. Oh, that's inappropriate.
Hey, looking good, Frank. Looks like you might have lost some weight there. Ooh, we don't comment on people's bodies anymore. That's not appropriate. Yeah, man, I just thought, oh, what the hell, bro? Jesus Christ, are you all right? Are you having some kind of seizure or something? No, I just always talk like this. Oh my God, I'm calling an ambulance, bro. This isn't right. No, I'm not having a stroke. There's nothing funny about having a stroke. I'm sorry.
The horrified tone is key.
Yeah, I agree.
Number 2. It is not okay to comment on my body. Number 3.
Okay. Let's not comment on our body. Like, let's speak like a normal human being so people don't think that we're some kind of alien wearing a human face mask.
I do not discuss my health with anybody but my doctor. Number 4. Please do not comment on my body again.
Right, you're basically just saying the same thing over and over.
Number 5. But I care about your health. Then please also care about my mental health and not comment about my body.
Mental health doesn't refer to like when somebody says something that you dislike. That's not bad mental health, so.
Plus 2 extra just in case this happens to you. Oh, when are you due?
I get that one all the time.
Oh, it's just a food baby. Or, not pregnant, just fat and happy.
I would just say I am pregnant. You know, that would be actually funnier. Instead of getting offended or saying any of this stuff, if anybody thinks that you're pregnant when you're not, Just say, yeah, I am. And then continue to live that lie for like the next 9 months. And then when the time comes for you to birth this non-existent baby, just act like none of that happened. Be like, what? You thought I was pregnant? I never said that. Just gaslight the hell out of that person. We can have a lot of fun with this.
You're not fat, you're beautiful. I'm both.
You're not fat, you're beautiful. I'm both. Yep. People that think that they're hot go around telling everybody how hot they are because they are so secure. I like the first one the best, I think. She's like, oh, we don't talk about bodies or whatever the fuck. Oh, man. Next.
I cannot make this shit up. I literally just got a 20-minute rant at the urgent care about how if I just lowered my carbohydrate intake, that my diabetes would be reversed. Except I'm literally a type 1 diabetic.
Oh, get dunked on, stupid hospital and nurses.
This is the doctor. She kept cutting me off every time I tried to correct her.
I'll take things that never happened for 500, Alex.
So I let her go on her 20-minute rant where she says so many ableist things.
So you let her talk about type 2 diabetes for 20 minutes, even though you have type 1 diabetes.
In the end, I looked at her and said, ma'am, if you would have took a moment to look at your computer, you would see I'm a type 1 diabetic with ARFID.
Okay, well, you could have also told her that, you know, when she started going into the spiel about all the stuff that type 2 diabetics have to go through or deal with or whatever. You could have stopped her right there and be like, actually, I'm a type 1.
Avoidant restrictive food intake disorder. I also took the opportunity to
You've been avoiding and restricting food. Okay.
educate her on the fact that saying that diabetes can be reversed is not accurate. That's implying that diabetes can be cured. Type 2 diabetes can be controlled with diet and exercise. It cannot be cured.
Okay, so you went ahead and schooled this doctor. Actually, madame, there's nothing you can do to reverse diabetes, doctor. And then I took that stethoscope off of her neck and wrapped it around my neck, symbolizing that I was now the doctor. Doctor?
Over a period of time, it can go into remission. But if a type 2 diabetic slips up, it's going to relapse.
Okay, so you're a professional in the arena of diabetes, more so than a doctor, I guess. It's weird that you keep having to go to them for their help then, right? I'm guessing they're the ones that gave you that oxygen tube that you need to breathe.
The diabetes doesn't go away. That was absolutely rooted in fat phobia.
What? And are you in like a photo development lab or something? Why is it so red?
She saw me being fat and a continuous glucose monitor on my arm, which should have been her first sign because most type 2 diabetics are not approved for continuous glucose monitors.
Most type 2 diabetics. Okay, so some of them are. Okay.
Which tells me she knows very little about diabetes to begin with.
Well, she might not be as much of a pro as you. I mean, what type of diabetes does she have?
But she immediately assumed that I had type 2 diabetes. Like, my adrenaline's still going because I'm so irritated and pissed right now.
Uh-huh.
And I know this is a trauma response, a fight response.
You're having a trauma response because the doctor thought that you had type 2 diabetes. Please stop calling mild annoyances in your life trauma. This isn't even like a bad interaction with the person. This is just a mild annoyance, bro. I have people be ruder to me every day worse than this, and I just consider it a normal interaction in society. What the hell? So when somebody exaggerates that much and calls a whole nothing burger trauma, how much of their story do you believe in general, right?
Didn't even apologize. She's just like, oh, okay. And then changed subjects immediately. Like, literally.
Wait, she did what immediately?
And then changed subjects immediately. Like, literally all she had to do was look at her computer and my list of diagnoses. But yeah, at least she gave me the antibiotics
Your list of diagnoses? Plural. How long is that list?
I needed. Oh, and some ointment for another thing.
Okay, so that was bizarre. She got traumatized by the doctor because the doctor thought that she had type 2 diabetes, but she actually has type 1 diabetes. Fat phobia rears its ugly head again, I guess. Next.
I'm a fat person. My partner's a fat person.
That'd be hilarious if the story just ended right there. I'm a fat person. My partner's a fat person. All right, bye. That was a weird video. What was the point of that?
When we first started dating, we went to dinner with
Oh, there's more.
a friend of theirs I'd never met named Dan. Dan is probably a mid-sized person. During dinner, we're
Why are we talking about Dan's body size? What the heck? Not cool, dude. Oh, no, we don't talk about bodies.
chatting, I'm getting to know Dan, and Dan turns to me, looks me in the face and goes, you know, I don't really like fat people.
Yep. What prompted Dan to do this? Especially since he's also living in Elijah's body.
And so, of course, I immediately go, whoa, Dan,
Did you say, we don't talk about bodies?
that is not okay that you just said that.
Okay, you didn't do it right.
You were at dinner with two fat people,
And you're also fat yourself, Dan. What the heck?
one of whom is your friend, and one of them is your friend's new partner who's trying to get to know you. That was really not okay.
Yeah, what in the fat-phobic hell, Dan?
And it got super awkward, and I'm okay with that. So often when we set boundaries,
That's the end of the story? Okay, so you're fat. Your partner's fat. You went out to eat with Dan, who was also fat. Randomly, Dan, unprompted, is like, you know what? Fellow fat people, I don't like fat people. And you're like, whoa, Dan. That is not okay. What the heck? And then things got a little awkward. End of story. What? What? Fuck. Whoa, Dan, that is not okay. And Dan is like, wait a minute. You know what? I've been a body bigot this whole time. You're right. I'm glad that he saw the error of his ways.
people will be like, well, I just don't want to make it awkward. Dan made it awkward.
Right, and how did he react when you're like, don't do that, Dan, or whatever?
I refuse to take responsibility for the awkwardness. I was just returning the awkward to sender.
I have a hard time believing that Dan exists and that any of this happened, because who the hell does that? I'm going out to eat with two larger people, and during the course of our meal, I forget that I'm sitting next to two larger people, and also that I am larger myself, and I say, you know what? I don't like fat people. So basically, it went like this. Man, this is a lovely restaurant, huh? I'm glad that you could all join me here. Yeah, man, it's really good to go out with you guys. We haven't seen each other in a while. I really appreciate you inviting me. I don't like fat people. Yeah, I heard they have really good lobster biscuit. Dan, that is not okay. What? What do you mean? I said I was gonna get the shrimp. You don't think that I should get that? I should get the burger or something? By the way, I hate fat people. No, I mean, the burger sounds great, but what? Why do you keep talking about hating fat people randomly? What the hell? I invite you out to dinner and this is what you do? What? No, I was just talking about this wonderful wine list and I hate fat people. Yes, I know that you invited me to this lovely dinner and you are overweight, but I'm going to make fun of your appearance. I've never been outside before.
And suffice it to say, we never saw Dan again.
Yeah, probably because he didn't exist. We couldn't find Dan ever again, man. It was really hard to track him down. I hate Dan, bro. What the hell? So obviously, I do not believe that story in the slightest. Out of all the fat-phobic things to say, he says, I don't like fat people. Which is why I'm going out to dinner with you two. So what do you think of the clips that we just saw? Are gyms not a good place for larger people to get help losing weight? If somebody comments on your body, should you say, oh, we don't talk about bodies? And does Dan really exist? Leave a comment below. Happy Friday, everybody. I hope you have a great weekend. Anyway, that about does it. Thanks for watching, commenting, liking, and subscribing. And I'll see you in the next one.